I'll give you a few seconds for it. You to do it. Awesome. Thank you all. This will help us to stay disturbance free throughout the meeting. The second rule is, as Toastmasters, we avoid talking on sex, religion, politics, and any topics that may create a conflict. Please refrain from cross-talking during the meeting. And lastly, only leave the room when there is an applaud going on. Having said that, now we have set the rules. Let's all stand up to decide our Toastmasters mission. Raise your right hand up. The mission of our Toastmasters Club. Is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience. In which members are empowered. To develop communication and leadership skills. By resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you so much. With that, I declare today's meeting officially open. Now let me invite someone who is truly inspiring, who has already taken the road to leadership. He is currently pursuing data science from the Great Lakes. He has joined Toastmasters in April 2025, and his hobbies are volleyball, badminton, etc. With big round of applause, I would like to invite the presiding officer for Toastmasters Club, T.M. Saksham.
Well, very much thank you for the warm introduction. Good morning, Toastmasters, all the dear guests.
Good morning.
How's the Josh?
Hi.
I think we can be a little more louder. How's the Josh?
Hi.
How's the Josh?
Hi.
Well, I believe we all have been enjoying the new year. And before I step into the more detailed part, I can see you guys. So I would like the guests to stand on their seat, introduce themselves, what is the expectation for the club, and what makes them being here. So,
Okay, hi. I have came here before. I think after 3 months I'm coming back to this club. My name is Sahil and I work at Bharat as a product designer. I'm here to learn and just be on the stage and try to talk and do better communication over here. That's what I'm here for, learning from all of you and having a good time here.
okay, great. Now, before I take forward in the meeting, I want to take everyone back to their older days, especially older days of mine. Whenever in my class, whenever I used to write a page, I used to start in the top left corner of the page, where in the top left corner I used to write the date. And whenever they used to take New Year, the one major issue which I used to have that was with the year. Mostly I used to write the year of the previous year, and it's very off to start a new page with a error in it. At least that used to stick with me for a very long time. And I always used to have a bit issue doing that, and by rectifying it used to take me 2-3 months. So that is the first impression of me whenever someone say Happy New Year. I just go back and like, hey, I need to change the dates, I need to upgrade myself. But that is the first thing. I would like the members and the guests to share their views on New Year, what are their resolutions, or any specific thing they do as a ritual. Anyone as a guest or as a member? Yeah.
Is to reduce my screen time.
Reduce my screen time. Yes. Modern problems, new problems. Reduce my screen time. Well, one thing which I believe you did, that you stepped down as a DC to the Toastmaster. The chance of you reducing the screen time reduces. Anyone else? Yeah.
I decided I'm going to read one book per month, and thankfully I completed one book for this month, and will be
That's great.
on the same pace for the next few months.
That's great. Anyone else?
I think I miss those days in childhood when we used to create greeting cards on New Year. I think that's gone.
Now the e-greeting cards are there. Any guess? Anyone?
I think going into the sleep till 9 a.m., 10 a.m. because I'm going to gym in Jan. So let's relax more and more.
Well, given gym membership to the day 1 of January and not attending it, we all have been part of it and we all are guilty in some way or other. So I think before ending the session, I would like to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day. For the benefit of guests and for new members, Toastmaster of the day is the one who makes sure the meeting moves in a very smooth and very systematic manner. For today, the Toastmaster Day is the one who has joined Toastmaster in 2024. He is working in MNC as a director, and he is a very active member of Toastmasters. On a big round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Mukesh as a Toastmaster. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, how was your New Year?
Great.
Do you know what's the temperature for last day in Gurgaon? Last night?
4, 5 days. 5 days. Each 4.
But in newspaper it's showing 1.8. Might be nearby Gurgaon, but later see. So today's theme is one backpack, endless stories. Any clue?
One backpack and the stories. Something related to certain trips or travel.
Yes, related to travel.
Memories of travel.
Memories of travel. It's related to solo trip with only one backpack. How many of you covered solo trip? Anyone want to share some specific experience with the solo trip or the first solo trip? What are the challenges? What are the accomplishments you have done? Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Prayagraj last year in Feb, and it was a solo trip. And because my all families were there in marriage of my cousin sister, and I went to Prayagraj and it was a solo trip. In starting it was challenging, but after that, after some time, I joined a group of 5 people, and we visited Prayagraj together, and it was fun.
Great. Yes.
So it was when I visited Bangalore. So at that point of time, I wanted to explore Bangalore. So I had this trip to, I can't recall the name of the trek, but it was a really Nandi trek. So Nandi Hills, okay. So I went to that trek and I met a few people on my way, and mostly I didn't like them because they were very loud and I felt the generation gap, I don't know why, because they were college students and they were very loud and I really wanted to enjoy the scenery there. So it didn't go as I expected, but still that was my first experience of ice.
Okay. Solo trip. As per me, it's a trip to with yourself, not with any group, not with your known person. You need to know yourself. I did my one of solo trip, multiple solo trip, but I did one of my solo trip for McLeod in August 2022. Have you anyone heard Vipassana? Anyone completed 10 days? Only heard, not experienced. So there are two things, we heard and we experienced. If someone has a time, they are doing some meditation, I recommend do Vipassana. It's a really solo trip with yourself. For 10 days, without any outside world, you are inside a campus, campus is locked from outside, and 10 days, no phone. Know yourself as like you are not allowed to speak for 9 days. Morning 4, you need to start your daily schedule, and evening 9 you have to go to bed. It's a complete transformation. Although there are a lot of people there to be maintained, but only just a sign and that we have to go ahead and do it. This is solo trip I did. And it gave me an immense transformation you see the world as a new way. You know yourself. Nowadays we are focusing on pleasure, motivation. How many of you do the resolution of the new year in your life? Okay, I will do this, I will do this.
I'm done with the resolutions.
But you did in your last past.
Yeah.
And what is the maximum frequency of time when you have just focused like for January I completed?
I had 6 goals. I had 6 goals, out of which I completed 4. And so that's a good percentage, but 2 of them I left in the very first place.
Why? What is the missing part?
It was something difficult from my end, so I want to do it, but I was not able to do it for a longer time.
How many of you believe in a motivation? And what are different kind of motivation?
Extrinsic, intrinsic.
Financial motivation,
Money could be the best.
emotional motivation.
I was just discussing with one of my colleagues the last. It's in the pressure season going on in our and most of the organization as well. And we are doing some of the pressures, ratings, reviews. And one of my colleagues came and said that okay, just give us a good rating and a good financial. Well, do you know your last year exact amount that you have got it implemented? She said no. I said exact amount. It's only 8,352. So we will continue. So for everyone, I'm the Toastmaster of the day. Okay. So this meeting is specified in the 3 parts. The first part of the meeting is the prepared speech. We have 3 speakers today, Toastmaster Darshit, Adita and Pranav. The second part of the meeting is the table topics. That's an impromptu part of the meeting. That is the table topic. And the table topics for the today is Toastmaster Varun. And third and the important part of the evaluation, where each and every speaker, including me and TD, my teams, will be evaluated. Before moving to the speech part, I will say that the word of the day. The word of the day, tenacious, meaning holding firmly, persistent in maintaining a course of actions, and the synonym is persistent and determined. And I will add one more trait to this word. So, what is a tenacious Toastmaster never stops learning? That's a result of our Toastmaster stuff. And before that, we have a joke master. Joke master of today, Toastmaster Sumit. I will request Toastmaster Sumit to come to the video now. Toastmaster Sumit.
I am going to share my hobby from our recent picnic. So I saw for the very first time cycling on the road. It seemed very easy from the ground, but as I was climbing the stairs, I could feel that fear is growing in my mind. For that activity, we have to pair up. So my body partner was very new to this, as I was, and looking at her face, I could find out that she was even more frightened than me. So when at the time when we got seated, she started asking questions. What is going to happen if the lock breaks? What is going to happen if the cycle tilts in between? What will happen if cycle stops in between? How will we balance? All these questions, continued for long. I thought that she is just showing me all the possible ways in which I can fall down from here. I was also frightened from within. But we carried on. When we moved at the center of the track, she all of a sudden stopped paddling. So I had to carry all the weight. It became very difficult for me. I requested her to please continue paddling. And she replied, "No, I will fall down." I turned back and it was a hopeless situation. She was just holding on to the cycle very tightly. I carried on slowly and my cycle stopped right before 2 feet from the platform. I was not able to carry because I was very tired. So then what what happened. I decided to jump from the cycle to the platform. As I was doing it, I heard his voice from behind. Stop, stop! Get me to the platform. And I had no escape route. I settled down slowly. I had no idea what to do. I was looking here and there. And finally, the other person from the platform extended his both hands and pulled us to the platform. So that was a very funny thing which happened. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing this job. So now I will invite our first speaker, Toastmaster Darshit. So Darshit is from Gujarat.
Okay.
Sorry. My so I will invite our G Shreya for introducing the activity.
When we all might have started going on trips in childhood, I remember in my childhood, first AC, second AC, third AC was a luxury. I started with sleeper and then eventually, over the years passed, we went to different coaches. That's all because someone like our parents were working hard so that we could afford an upgrade in the sleeper coaches. Started with sleeper, then third AC, second AC, first AC. This is what feedback does for us. We prepare, we work hard, and that's how feedback takes us to next levels, right? So with that, feedback is the most important aspect of a Toastmaster session. On that note, let me introduce you the team who will be evaluating today's session and will give us the feedback at the end of the meeting. The feedback is intended for our improvement, not to pinpoint anyone. So please take feedback as a very positive note. On that note, I would like to invite our first auxiliary role player, that is Grammarian. I would like to invite 8 people who will be playing the role of a grammarian today.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I am feeling glad of energy here. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I am the grammarian of the day, so my job is to help you in phrasing your sentences correctly. I will help you in understanding that what are the examples of grammar that you have used in your speeches. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Deepak. I would like to invite our counter for today, who is TM Aishwarya.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aishwarya Pathak, and I have the opportunity to become a counter where I will be noting any filler words such as so, and then I will present my report after the evaluation. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite the most critical part of our today's meeting, that is timer, and I would like to invite TM Anu to introduce the role of a timer.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Time discipline is one of the core essentials of the Toastmasters. It helps you to become an effective communicator. For that, I will use these 3 signals card to stay within the time limit. This green card means you have reached in the minimum time and you are qualified for awards. This yellow card means you have reached till the midpoint and you need to start concluding your speech. This red card means you have reached till the maximum time and you need to wrap up your speech in next 30 seconds. We have 3 sections. For prepared speeches, the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5, I will show this green. At 6, I will show this yellow. At 7, I will show this red. For the icebreaker speech, the timing will be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4, I will show this green. At 5, I will show this yellow. At 6, I will show this red. For table topics, the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1, I will show this green. At 1.5, I will show this yellow. And at 2, I will show this red card. For evaluation, for prepared speeches, the timing will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2, I will show this green. At 2.5, yellow. At 3, red. For in 5 minutes. At 3, I will sow this green. At 4, I will sow this yellow. And at 5, I will sow this red. And at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report.
Thank you, for explaining the role of a timer. I would also like to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is tenacious. I know all the Toastmasters that are present here are tenacious because they are holding firmly every day. So on that note, I would like to hand it over back to our TMOD as I will be presenting my report at the end of the meeting.
Now coming to the main topic, backpack. How many things you carry while you travel? Anyone that who can say that I can go for 1 week travel in one backpack?
1 week, 1 suitcase.
As I learned, reading somewhere that in your life you have only one pack of important things. If you carry all the things in your one pack, your mind is free. Are you agree with this?
Yeah,
How?
because you don't have to be worried about the remaining parts.
Why we need to travel? How many of you travel freak? So like they want like every month or every returning weekend or every quarter. Like I know that Rahul was missing. He is a travel freak might be. But what do you think about the? What's your view on the travel? What's about the solo? It's a traveling. What exactly the traveling means for you? Anyone?
Exploring things and meet new people, make friends.
Exploring new things, meet new people, make friends.
A break from the current
Yeah.
chaos.
Exploring cultures.
Moving to monotonous to something new. Yes.
Exploring cultures.
Exploring cultures.
I guess it's also about exploring yourself because the challenges or any new situation you face, you develop a new personality of yours and you handle those issues or challenges.
Any scary incident someone wants to share with you, travel? I will share one of mine with the Google Map. Anyone else? Yeah.
So I went to Khir for my trekking. So we started the trek at 10, it went 11, 12, 3. So the trekker said, the guide said it's better we should start coming back. And we're like, no, we should want to touch the hill. And the time the sun went off, everything became blank. And we were just one step getting to the may get positive. So somehow we came back. And that was very, very scary because we don't know what's the next step we are stepping into. So that was the most scariest trek I have done.
Okay. Anyone? Yeah, continue.
We were traveling to the Bhima Shankar, the Jyotirling in Aurangabad, and it's like a full mountain travel. And we took the
where it is?
Aurangabad,
Aurangabad.
Maharashtra. Maharashtra. So, and we took a car and there was a driver. So, and it was quite late night and almost 12 or 1 something, so that we could do the darshan, have the darshan and everything by 4 in the morning. And the driver was using the Google map and it was showing a way, it was showing some other way to me, and by the way which we went there was a wooden bridge and on both the sides there was water and there was no way that car could get into that bridge, and it was so there were no lights, there was nothing. If someone doesn't see and just take that car according to the Google Maps, you will just fall off.
You would have used the Dhamal concept where you would have gone back and used that angle to jump the car away.
But fortunately, we saw that, and we were safe. But that was pretty
There is a quote.
scary. You can't always trust Google Maps at those places.
There is a quote. If it scares you, it's a good thing to try it. But I will say that take a calculated risk. take a risk always, but it should be based on your calculation.
Yeah.
Like someone said that don't try the depth of a river by your boat. So it's a like our person saying that always take risk, but it should be calculated in your each and every area. Whether it's a financial risk, whether it's a personal thing or that other things. The same story like me and one of my friends we had in Goa, so we had office trip, so we took an Activa and we are coming from north to south Goa and it's in the evenings 7 o'clock we took the same program. And we took the option of the bike. And after half an hour when we are moving and we came to know that there was a little breeze on that particular ceiling, but that's a break and we are on the sea and Activa was there and we see where to live. So you have to do some calculation because in India travel is bit safe, but still there are some points where you need to take care and double check whether we need to go or not. Because in Gurgaon also there is some happening that you are getting trapped and trapped. So you need to be take care of that thing as well. For that things. Anyone want to share some specific for their solo traveling happening moment? Memorable that oh I don't know that. Or any travel story. No? Any travel story. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, in 2023, we planned for Kawar Yatra, and in starting, I was thinking that we will go through a vehicle, and then after we will go. But after booking all the train tickets, my family said we will go by walk, 110 kilometers, and I booked ticket for a very short duration. So I was thinking whether we were able to cover 110 kilometers in 2.5 days or not. But eventually we were walking 40 to 50 kilometers per day, and we covered and we carried the train. And if we were not able to cover, then the whole family scolded me a lot. So that was a great experience.
Yeah, so in my college days, we were traveling in Rishikesh. So we were coming back from Rishikesh to Haridwar. So in that highway, the traffic was jammed, but our flight was scheduled from Delhi to Ahmedabad. So we needed to pick up the bus from Delhi, from Haridwar to Delhi, and we were getting late due to this traffic. So we decided to get down and take a walking towards remaining distance. So we started walking, and sometimes the traffic has released, and sometimes there was no man in the whole highway. So we scared and we somehow noticed that it was a tiger reserve area. So we were scared and then we took the help of locals and then get to the Haridwar.
How many of you bungee jumping? Rishikesh? I just, in 2017, I just go there and we don't have an advanced resolution. And they said they needed a weight of less than 100 kg. And one of my friends was with at 101. And we cancelled that plan. And I think that's too still pending. But journey from that, then I taken a river rafting from Rishikesh. How many of you are river rafting? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many times you raft overturning the water? There is one thing, when intentional, they do something in the same area.
That's intentional.
Right. I like the river story for this.
Yeah.
It was my first raft experience in Rishikesh in the year 2016. And the rafter who was telling and who was narrating us that what to do and what not to do in the river, he also trained us in one most important thing. For example, if somebody fell off from the raft, then you have to, and your stick, you have to just turn it around, and that the person who fell off, he will also turn around his stick. Then your stick will be connected with his stick, and then you can pull him, out from that river to your raft. Unfortunately, what happened after covering two tides, so it was a long 21 kilometers, the longest Millennium raft, or even beyond it. So after covering this two tides, on the major tide, our rafter who was, sailing us through all those times, he fell off. And I was sitting in the last, and I told my all of the friends that, hey, our rafter got fell off. My all friends said, no, 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 he's just trying to train us because he was saying that you have to just do it. But I said, no, he really fell off. And after 2 or 3 seconds, we all realized that he really fell off from that particular raft. And we were in the midst of that time, we were having zero idea what to do. Fortunately, with the help of that particular training we attended, we just moved forward and backward and we got settled somewhere in the sides. And then he came, from a distance, with all blood on his face and all together. But still and he was courageous enough to take us to that venture back and take it like this. Otherwise, it would be disastrous for us. That
Driver was missing.
But from that day, the fear of raft is completely gone, from my mind and heart as well. I'm always up for any kind of raft experience.
Yeah, so Rishikesh also, I also went, I think, I don't remember the year, maybe for 2012, 14, whatever, but the rafting experience was great. There was no issue. In fact, I don't know whether it was planned or not, my friends made me sit in the very front. And what happened is, when the waves were high, I saw that I was doing all the work, they were hardly doing anything, and I kept on doing that, and it was not even touching the water. So that piece was fine, the rafting experience was good. The difficult part was when they actually asked you to jump in the water. So I had my friend Shubham, he was very good in swimming. So he asked me to jump, and I didn't know to swim. So when I jumped, that was the first time I realized that how scared I am of swimming, because both my legs were dangling and there was nothing to hold on to. And I was really scared. And that's the day I decided to learn swimming. I did learn swimming. But coming back to a scarier portion was the rappelling. So again in this, my friends told me for me to go first. I thought that I will do it, and I must tell you, rappelling is like you have to kind of come down from a rope from the top. It seems very easy, but the worst part is when you have to leave that weight, and my legs were like shaking. So for 15 minutes I was there. I thought I'll die. These people are intentionally trying to kill me. And it was like a deserted, I would say, bridge. But when I did it, it was very easy, and trust me that my scare of heights didn't go, but it really helped me to overcome my fear.
It's kind of similar experience like Deepak, but on the over the tides, so there are 3 or 4 main tides in the 16 kilometer. And third tide, our overtime. And I was on the second last, and I just and I don't know the swimming. And that was first day I see that okay, now God is with me. Like you open your mouth, and this is the basic thing. Like, and after that, once like then they pulled the rope, and I came, and I said, okay, now it's a second chance. And that day I said that okay, swimming is a must have for each and everyone. Although you have this basic thing, but you must have each and every person should have a basic thing. Because after that, I was in Banaras, and I know basic of the swimming, and my on now it's very developed. There was on the Bishop Ghat, my feet slip up, and I go down 6 feet down. And then I know the basic of 1 or 2 find, and I know okay, just hold your breath and do the thing. And then I put in a signal that people who are doing they help me. So swimming is a key thing that we are able to say. Coming to solo traveling, one backpack and the stories. I think travel makes us more experienced, more open, and you know how to live even with human things. Sometimes you feel that if you go to the Kumbh thing or some of the deserted area in the Himalayas, you don't mind even everything whatever you need. Not a 5-star services like if you go to Delhi, Agra, you will get a 5-star services in each and every restaurant or the hotels. But sometimes if you go to a Himalaya or some other deserted part of the Jaisalmer, you will not see it, but you will see how the people they are living. You will see the ground reality that how blessed we are. There are people who are living below their means. Solo traveling gives you an insight that we are not gratitude enough towards our life. If you have a car, if you are living in an AC apartment, if you are in a job, you are top 3% of the Indian population. And that's a data from the economic of India, not mine. We are seeing Gurgaon as a rushing population, and we said, look, our maid is also working 20,000. But if you go to the tribes in the Chhattisgarh or Maharashtra, you will see that last there was an incident that one pregnant lady is due to non-availability of the ambulance or the car services, she died because she walked 11 kilometers due to for their health. So this is the things solo traveling. It's not, but travel might be it's in a on your pocket things, but there are a lot of things that you can do with the limited pocket. There are a lot of travel blogs. So do, because once you are old, I always give a, for example, okay, the last question. Just give me three things what do we need for travel.
Money, money, money.
Time.
Time,
One
energy,
thing.
time, energy, and money.
That's it. Time, energy, and money. And right now, whatever we are is, might be we are lacking with the time. Energy, I can say that yes, we are good. Till 50, you are in a good energy. If you are maintaining your health and you go to daily gym or the some activity and the energy level. Once you are 60, like my parents, your old parents, if they have time, they are full of money, but they can't go right now to Goa or some of the adventures trip. So use your time, money, energy in your travel rather than after 10 years, once you are something with your occupied with lot of things and then you have a regret. Might be at that time Dipanshu was saying that we need to go there and we are saying no, we don't have time. And for regarding that time, it's your own choice. Might be 20% of our Toastmaster team right now, they are spending their Sunday morning in their blankets. But it's our choice, and it's our choice that will be in our decision. And whatever your current today choice made, your future. So that's the things. Now I will move to the first part of our prepared speech. So now I just come to Darshan. Darshan is joined latest in 2016, and his speech like I'm. Kritika is a well-wisher. I will request Kritika to provide a piece with Darshan. And it's an icebreaker speech.
Mr. Darshan is giving his icebreaker speech from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. His speech title is Life is a Test Match, and since it's an icebreaker speech, request the audience to give a standing ovation at the end of the speech to just motivate the speaker. And the timing is 4 to 6 minutes for the timer. Yeah, all the best to you.
Toastmaster Darshan, life is a test match. Life is a test match. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. Mukesh, for the introduction. So, good morning, guests and Toastmasters. So, I believe in perfection. I try to find perfection in every task I do, everything I buy. But it hampers sometimes, like it disappoints me. And when I couldn't find the perfection, like in the item which I purchased or a task I did, so it disappoints me a lot. Like why I failed to do this task. So there is a way to balance things. You need to find perfection in your life, but you have to accept that none of us here is perfect. Like if you buy some apartment or house or let's say even small chocolate, you have to compromise certain things for this purchase. So hello, my name is Rashid. I am from Gujarat. I pursued my schooling in Town 3, that is Surendranagar. And during my schooling days, I was kind of notorious and supporting these rowdy kids in the classrooms to support to do his activities. But in 10th standard, our principal gave us a speech like this is the board exam, you need to focus. It might change your life for the rest of your life. So I focused on the study, but I scored also decent score in 10th and 12th. So after 12th, I decided to pursue defense career. I appeared for the NDA exam, which is the entrance exam for joining the Army, Navy, or Air Force. But I failed to crack the exam, and somehow I joined engineering because everyone was doing engineering, so I also joined the tech. And after that, I somehow graduated 4 years, and I got my job in the campus only, so I appeared for the job. I started with the job, and in meantime between, I figured out that I'm not enjoying the technical job which is about coding the whole day, then reporting back to your manager the next day, right? So I decided what to do in next. So I figured out that I want to pursue an MBA. I took out a break from my job, and I appeared for the CAT exam. So then the CAT exam went well. I cracked the one of top school in this country, that is MBA in this Gurgaon only. But the destiny has some other plans for me. The college, at I think 1 week before the joining date, they suddenly cancelled the admission of like 100 students due to their mistake. So we fought the battle for our admissions, and somehow we managed to get a deferred admission for the next year. But I need to fill the 1 year gap for myself to learn something or to do something or to earn something. So that is when I joined the Toastmasters in Ahmedabad, and I got to introduce this club, and I tried to improve my skills, leadership skills, public speaking skills. So that is how I tried to utilize the time, and I also joined the institute which was preparing for CAT exam. So I tried to mentor the students at that time. So yes, after the 1 year, I joined my regular MBA program at MBI College, and that is when I realized that to become entrepreneur or to become a manager successfully after your MBA, you need to build your soft skills especially. The technical skills will give you a job, but if you want to be promoted in your, let's say, after 5 years or in your, at a 50 you to be CEO or CFO at any firm, then you need to have the soft skills at the core, right? So I decided again to focus on these skills. That's why I joined this club, and I hope I will grow along with you guys. And so I want to end my speech with one of my favorite commentators in cricket, Harsha Bhogale. So he says that life is a test match. It's not a T20 match. You need to play long to be successful. You need to hang in like Pujara to be a Gaba test match hero, right? So that's how I try to play my life, and I want to be Pujara in my life, and somehow I want to win the test match of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshit. So it's a time for feedback. So 1 minute silence for feedback. I think we can share. And one thing I will say to the Darshit, so we usually follow that in our best is the enemy of the good. We lot of time focus on the best thing, but to achieving the perfection, we lose the momentum in the journey.
I request the members please to share the feedback forms to guests.
it's time for speaker 2, Toastmaster Aisha, very enthusiastic Toastmaster, is working as an associate director in consulting in transformation field. And he watch movies, reading and singing. And the evaluation for Toastmaster will be given by T.M. Dipanshu. I will request T.M. Dipanshu to share the things.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukesh. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Aritra is giving a speech from the pathway in leadership development. The objective of the speech is to understand your communication style and give a speech on it. His pathway is level 2, project number is level 2. All the best to Toastmaster Aritra. Over to you, Toastmaster Mukesh. Speech title is My Communication Style.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear friend.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about my communication style. My communication style is direct communication. What is direct communication? Does direct communication means to speak rudely? No. Direct communication means to speak objectively so that the other person is able to understand what we are trying to communicate. But today, I'll not bore you with some theories. I will give you a role play so that you can understand what direct communication is. So this is a real life incident which happened in my life 2-3 years back when I was doing an appraisal for one of my juniors. And this was a virtual meeting. So before I start off, let me give some context about this person. So his name, supposedly we keep it as Amitabh. And he has close to around 7 years more experience than me. Passed out from an Ivy college and has worked in sales. In short, a tough nut to crack. So without further ado, let's start off with the appraisal discussion. Good morning, Amitabh. Today we are here to discuss your appraisal rating. I hope you have good day. Sir, my appraisal, whether my day would be good or bad, will totally depend upon me. If I, on a scale of 1 to 5, get 4 or 5, I'll be happy. If I get anything less than 4, how can I be happy? Amitabh, let me tell you. That appraisal is just an event. It's not a destination. So why are you so sad about it? Sir, please don't give me this corporate gap. I have been in this community for long. Just tell me what's my appraisal rating. Because all I am bothered about is what comes in my pocket. Okay, Amitabh, I will cut the pleasantries and come straight to the point. Let's start with your appraisal discussion. You have 3 parameters based on which you were judged. The first parameter was productivity. Productivity target was 20. You achieved the 35. You have hit the ball out of the park. In fact, for the first time in 10 years, you have overachieved it. Kudos to you, Abhinav. Thank you, sir. This couldn't have been possible without you. Because not only did you identify the project, help me in the cost-benefit analysis, and also help me to push it in front of the client. Mention not Amitabh, but congratulations once again. The next target is value delivered to client. The target is 1 million and you have delivered 2 million. Kudos to you. Thank you, sir. The last target is GenAI implementation, where you have to implement one GenAI project. However, for you, you do not have any GenAI project. So, you do not get any score. No scope, sir? What do you mean? I identified the project, pitched it to the client. Client did not have money. You cannot blame me for that. Why will I get 0? Amitabh, appraisal is based on outcomes, not based on your efforts. Sir, please cut that. Okay, tell me how much did I score? Okay, Amitabh, you have exceeded on 2 parameters. However, one parameter you have not met, you get a meets expectation, which is a 3. 3? What do you mean, sir? I do not accept it. Do you know last year, those people who received 3, they got a 2 to 3% hike. I smoke Will's Goldflake Light. It costs 224. Next year, because of inflation, it will cost 241. And companies just paid me 228. What about the remaining 13 rupees? Amitabh, if there is anything that can dissuade you from smoking, I'll be more than happy. And secondly, let me ask you, are you earning to smoke? Sir, that's not the point. What about groceries? Grocery prices are increasing. Amitabh, for you and your father, it will not cost you more than 20k in a month. You still tend to save 7.5 times. Don't forget, I know your CTC. Sir, it's okay. Tell me how much did I get? I told you 3. Sir, not acceptable. Okay, let me tell you a situation and you be your judge. Supposedly you go to a restaurant and you order starter, main course and dessert. For starter, you ordered fish tikka. Fish tikka was perfect. You tasted it, you enjoyed it, and then you're waiting for the main course. That's when the mutton biryani comes. And when you're about to taste it, you felt pinkish. Mutton is stale. You are about to shout. That's when the dessert comes. You love the dessert. Now tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate? Sir, you are a master, I must say. Of course, I rate 4 or 5. Precisely my point, Amitabh. In case, if you have achieved only 2 parameters, how do you expect to receive a 4 and 5? Okay, sir, I understood it. So I accept the praise. Great. Just make sure that whenever next time you identify a project, identify it in Q1, make sure that you include those clients who are the decision maker, and also the project should be of that much of value so that the client cannot say no. Thank you, sir, and thank you for all your support. So that's how the appraisal discussion, a very difficult one ended. And that was all because of my direct communication. That is how I not only motivated him, but also made sure that he was retained. I hope you enjoyed this and learned from it. Thank you.
So, 1 minute silence for and thanks everybody to help me in the when I need to inform meetings. But life is not easy like this. Thank you. So now it's time to call our third speaker, Toastmaster Tanav. He is by job profession is a data analyst. He enjoys reading and evaluation for Tanav will be given by Toastmaster Deepika. I will request Toastmaster Deepika to share the details.
Hello all. Toastmaster Tanav's pathway is presentation mastery. The objective of today's speech is to apply the previous feedback that he has received on his previous speeches. And the pathway level is level 1, project number 4. Speech title, More Than a Postcard. All the best to you on Toastmaster Tanav.
More than a postcard, more than a postcard.
studied abroad and lived abroad in Amsterdam, their first reaction is usually the same. They usually think quite an exciting student life, parties, and just the perfect place to be. I mean, that is partly correct. However, it's more than just like some perfect highlight reel. It's a mix of unforgettable highs, and I mean very, very high, and some very quiet lows as well. Today, I want to share with you all the good, the bad, and what the experience of living abroad truly taught me. I'll start with the good. You know, being in a place like Amsterdam or in Europe itself, it's you meet a lot of people with different opinions and different backgrounds and very diverse areas. And at first, you know, because it's a completely new place, I first just made friends from India. People who were from my city or just even people from Pakistan or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Because we were able to relate to each other quite easily and quite quickly. However, being in such a place, you want to expand your horizons as much as possible. So, I made friends from people with all around the world, right? People from Romania, people from Italy, people from France, but then also people from places like Japan or China or even the United States. See, these people, they had so many diverse backgrounds, so many different opinions on life, on how they look at life, how they approach different things that we have also approached in our lives, that every conversation with them felt like a cultural exchange. Everything felt like some philosophical thing that you're talking about how we should approach life and how we should, you know, think about things in a different way. Some of the best moments, though, which I had was just roaming around the streets of Amsterdam with a couple of my friends. Uh, at, at the day, we used to go to certain museums and neighborhoods and just soak the culture of this beautiful place. And then at night, it would just be filled with parties mostly, and clubs and dancing and just some very amazing food. And of course, alcohol. Lots of alcohol. It was mostly alcohol, I think. And after that, though, sometimes though we were a little too carefree. I remember one time we went to an escape room completely high and instantly started shouting and lying on the ground like little toddlers until they had to drag us out so that they could get the next group in. But those kinds of memories, they always stay in your mind and you never ever forget them. And sure, a lot of my decisions, most of my decisions were very bad, but they made me learn about the free will that I had, being completely away from family, being completely away from my old friends, and how I should connect with these people who are in no way related to me at all. However, as the excitement settled down and things slowed down quite a bit, I started to see the reality a bit more, apart from just the honeymoon phase. You see, the academics in a place like the Netherlands or in Europe were quite challenging. They're quite high level and fast paced, and usually very unforgiving to an international student, especially because the systems are quite different from what we're used to in India. And along with that, there's of course the pressure of somehow getting an internship or some sort of student job so you can earn some money so that you can pay your rent and keep on eating food. So these kinds of things really mattered. And of course, the biggest pressure of all was getting a girlfriend and staying with that girlfriend. So I just kept on sending applications upon applications, and I just kept on getting rejections, mostly from women. And that's not the point. See, the thing is, what happened mostly is is that because of these sorts of experiences, I also started to see some sort of subtle racism that happens. Mostly in European areas, I saw this, is that these people who are your friends for first will kind of exclude you from their meetings a lot. Not really want to hang out with you that much. And at first you feel like it's just a coincidence or something, but it keeps on happening and you will feel it. People will stare at you in stores, people will talk behind your back, and unfortunately this will stay. Along with that, there is of course the crippling homesickness that happens because whenever you talk to your friends or your family, you will just know and you will feel how far away from them you truly are. These kinds of moments used to just keep me down and make me think, why am I doing this? Why am I all the way here? Is it really needed to come all the way here, study all of this, go through all of this? Well, one day, after the whole graduation happened, my college ended, I did realize one thing. Sure, I came all the way here to the Netherlands to get a computer science degree, and I did get that with very good marks. However, it also taught me the value of resilience, how to be tenacious as much as possible, how to just keep going even if the way forward is not clear. And now, when people just ask me, is it really worth it to come all the way there? I say yes. Because, not because it's just some easy thing or because it's the perfect life, but because it tells you who you really are and who you can truly become. And for me, that is the real journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Talal, for a really good speech regarding your experience with the foreign and Indian culture. I really hope that you are very capability of it. Okay. 1 minute silence for the. Thank you. So now it's part for the section 2, and it's a guest opportunity as well. They can also participate in this particular section, and I will request guests to take a part in this opportunity. So now the next session is table topic master, and our Toastmaster Varun will be taking. I will request Toastmaster Varun to come.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As we all know that table topics is one of the most exciting part of this whole meeting. The purpose of table topic is to improve our improv speaking, that is totally unprepared speech. The guest and the guest and the Toastmasters will get at least 1 minute of speaking with and the maximum time limit is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the guest or the Toastmasters will be disqualified. I would encourage everyone to follow Oreo approach, that is opinion, that O means opinion, that to share your main idea. R stands for reason, that is to explain why. Again, E stands for example, to give a small story or example. And again, opinion, to just conclude your the whole speech. To make it more exciting about the table topics, I got a small
little back. As you all know that our topic for today is one backpack. So the participants will come on the stage, will pick the chip from this bag. I'll read out the question for them, and then they will answer accordingly. So we'll start. Who's gonna come first? I would encourage you to maybe table topic. The Toastmaster first, just to yes, please. And Anurag, I'll just read it out. Toastmaster Anurag, if life gave you one backpack, what would you remove from it today?
Okay.
Do you want to take any?
Sure.
Thank you.
So if life gave me one backpack, there are some essential things that I would like to keep into the bag, and there are a lot of things that I can keep out of it. So it's very easy for me to tell one thing that I keep out of it. So if I'm talking about my life, some negative thoughts I would like to keep out of my bag. Thoughts that keep me for not being tenacious in my tasks, in my goals, and there are some situations when I wanted to do this thing or that thing, I create a very intense, detailed plan, and sometime in between the plan, I drop it. So these kind of thoughts which kept me for not pursuing my goals and plans, I would like to keep these things out of my backpack of life. That if I get the opportunity to have that kind of backpack, so all these negative thoughts and some hurdles, I could say, I would like to keep out of it. And there are a lot of things that I would like to keep in these backpacks that help me to improve my productivity and also help me to negotiate with managers like Aritra to get a raise. So that's all from my end. What do you?
That was a great speech, Toastmaster Anurag. Any guests? I would like please. Correct. Guest, Karan, your question is your backpack usually organized or messy? What do you
So, to answer that question, my backpack is usually messy, not organized. Even though I try to keep it organized, it always turns out to be messy. I think to turn an organized thing to organized is an art. Not everyone can do it, but yeah, I think.
Who's next? Anybody like to participate? Toastmaster people? Toastmaster Deepak, your question is your backpack usually heavy or light? Then what?
Is my backpack usually heavy or light? The moment this question came to me, my fellow Toastmaster, Shriya, had a big smile on her face. Because of the known reasons, for those who do not know, the fellow Toastmaster Shriya is also my fellow partner for the life. which God has given to me graciously. Usually, whenever I go for any of the trips, whether it is a 2-day trip or it is a 3-day trip, I used to carry a whole lot of stuff along with me in that medium, not medium, sorry, small size suitcase, because the medium and the larger one are reserved for the head of the family. And I keep everything whatever possible, from my blazers, from my trousers, from my jeans, and to every other stuff that you can think of. From last couple of times I have realized that these are not necessary. She made me realize it, that Deepak, you can do that. You can carry whatever it is necessary. And I felt that yes, life can be so easy, right? You do not have to carry all the baggage of emotions throughout your life with this narrative. You can pick small thoughts, small ambitions, small goals, and still you can live your life. So, thank you so much, fellow Toastmaster, for teaching me with this backpack that how I can live my life. Not only how I can travel, how I can plan to travel, but how I can live my life too. Thank you so much.
Any guest would like to participate?
Yes.
What is
Nature,
Guest Prakriti, your question is, which place would you love to visit with just one backpack?
I always love nature, as my name says. So I always like to be at a place where I can feel peace. So I am an artist also. Along with my CA, I have a passion of doing a painting. So I always paint landscape. I have a house in a forest, and it's quite snowy. And we are sitting. I'm sitting with my partner, and it's just a bonfire lighting up, and just sitting calmly doing a stargazing and all. So that's how I cheer my life, and I always feel like I can be at a place where I can feel peace and calm. That's
Who's next? Any Toastmasters? Who has not participated actually? Sahil, your question today is, what would you keep in your backpack for a one-day trip?
Okay, so for a 1 day trip, mostly my most essential things are, let me think about it. Okay, so for a 1 day kind of trip, I'll just keep some snacks for myself that I can eat regularly throughout the day. Apart from that, maybe some tissues and all which I can keep it to myself, maybe some hand towel and all if I need it during the trip. Apart from that, I don't think so I need a lot because I can go and come back right on the same day. So just very basic light backpack which I can keep, which doesn't bother me a lot during the trip and just roam around and come back. And mostly the important thing is enjoying the view that is out there during the travel than bothering a lot about the backpack. So I'll just keep it very light-hearted, just go around, roam around and all, and come back. Just few essential things which is most important, eating and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, thank you.
That was a great speech. Next, I would say Toastmaster section to come. A lot of. Toastmaster section. Your question for today is: are you someone who packs early or last minute? Well, I start my daydreaming of before the trip, I will pack everything, my clothes, my tripod, my snacks, and most importantly, the money which I have saved. But you know, the daydreamings keep on going. This I will go and trip, that will I will do. I will also have to pause the traveler for the alcohol free zone, the nearest before we leave Haryana because the money is an issue. But then and thereafter, because of such a daydreaming, one thing I always forget, that is packing. Packing gets every time. Whenever I think of I should keep this, I should keep that, I always end up not doing anything. But then, right there, when I'm daydreaming, thinking about all the best activities I'm going to in the travel trip, I get to know someone is constantly messaging me up. And then I pick up my phone, I get to know, oh, it's my alarm clock and it's high time. I've been daydreaming for the whole day. It's the only last minute trip I have to backpack again. So no wonder you start something off and you do something else. It is mostly because of your daydreaming, and it's all about the activities you're going to be a part of. Whenever you are traveling, you want to create memory, enjoy it, and want to live it for mostly and till the time you get the nostalgia in your back. So I am a person who thinks of travel, doing the packing early, but end up doing it on the last minute. On that note, thank you everyone.
Any guest would like to?
Is someone else wants to?
No.
Yes.
Eventually. Guest Ivanshi, your question today is, which place would you love to visit with just one life bag?
Hi everyone, my name is Yanshi, and one place I would visit with one backpack would be somewhere I can feel peace, obviously. And I love beaches and mountains. I mean, I am someone who can just love the beauty and just go there and talk to everyone and understand that what their culture is and what is the beauty it represents, or something like I mean, where I can feel peace, and obviously when I'm there I can enjoy my company, most importantly, and I would say where I don't have to worry about any work or any tension apart from life and everything. So I don't know what place would it be, but I think wherever I go, I'll just enjoy the nature and will enjoy the company of the people I'm with. Thank you.
Up next, we have Toastmasters Smith. Toastmaster Sumit, your question today is, what is one lesson you learned while traveling or moving forward?
One lesson that I learned while traveling was that we must first plan our travel, especially when traveling alone, when traveling on tracks which are scary. I will share one example. I planned Kirganga track in the month of March, and that too in holy holidays. So in that period, very less travel is there, and I was traveling alone, and it got evening, and I was not able to reach to the destination. And in the evening time, some weird noises started coming from the jungle. So I got very much frightened because I had not prepared, even I didn't have deer spray, which I could use to as a self-defense. But still I carried on without any idea where is going to be the destination. And but with some courage, I was able to make it out. But that was a big learning from my part, that I must carry at least some self-defense equipment, maybe a bear spray, a torch with me, and that can only come when I have pre-planned my travel.
With this, we're gonna end our topics, table, table topics, table topics session for today. I would move it back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Guru. This is here 2 to 3 minutes so we can continue our topic of unpack. How many of you followed to do for that travel list? So like you have travel checklist, so before going to any travel, you will say, okay, this. How many of you follow it? How did it help you?
So I just prepared it once and then every time I have to go out, I just check out the same things.
Same goes for you?
Yeah, same goes for
I have prepared it in my Google Notes and before travel, only 1 hour or 2 hours before, I do okay, this. And there is a separate whether I am traveling with my car or by train. So you have to travel a lot of things. And there is a funny thing that in my car, you will get each and every time I went back the sleepers so that if someone says 10 minutes before we need to travel, we can travel. And now, call to action. What are the 3 things is it compulsory for a travel? What are the 3 things you need for travel? You need to recall.
Energy, time, money, and energy.
Time,
Money and energy.
money, and
Energy.
Okay. And out of 3, all check for all of you, or you are still saying, okay, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have. How many things are money is the biggest constraint for travel?
Money will decide your destination. Yeah, money will decide your destination.
Money will decide your destination when you travel. How many of you went on the leopard trail in Gurgaon? It will take hardly give you 200 rupees by Ola Uber or 500 maximum 200. But you will get a good memory of it. 100 feet of track and it's I just went to Taluk route last month and it was a good experience. I agree money is a constant but it's not a big constant. If you are a better traveler, you know that like my sister, she has a checklist that below 4-star I will not stay. Below this travel mode I will not go. So it's depends, but yes. Another thing, time we can manage. What about energy and health? If you don't have time, if you don't have money, still you can travel for 1 hour. But if you don't have energy and health, sorry to say, God forbid, I don't want to anyone to travel in ambulance. That's also a traveling part. That's a traveling part. But do you think you can travel without your energy? So guys, energy is the most precious part of the world. And I request you to save your energy and save that to the most. Because once your time is lost, you can't recover. Money you can recover every time, but health is the more precious. So now it's time for a 5 minutes break. We will be back at the 5 to 12 o'clock. And after that we will have a third section, the evaluation section. Thank you very much.